What's up everyone, Darcblade here with an information video all about Uncharted 4's new co-op mode, Survival Mode. Alongside this, I will be covering patch 1.18 that was released alongside it. Firstly, Survival Mode. This new mode is a separate co-op mode where teams of 3 take on waves of opponents. With each wave, your enemies will grow stronger and stronger. There are a total of 50 waves that players will have to battle through in order to get to the end. The survival mode has its own progression, separate from the competitive multiplayer, so players will be able to level up, unlock more boosters for their custom loadouts, as well as permanent perk boosts that increase things like your health, allowing you to take on the harder difficulties survival mode has to offer. There are a total of 5 difficulties: light, moderate, hard, crushing, and the coming soon hardcore mode. Each are tough, and the harder difficulties should not be tackled until you've spent some time leveling up and unlocking the various upgrades and boosters for your characters. Now 50 waves is a lot, but you don't have to tackle them all at once, the exception to this rule being hardcore mode. This is because the game allows you to take on 5 waves at a time before coming back to the menus for an intermission, during which you can change your loadouts or quit and come back later if you want. Each 5 waves will also take place on one of the various multiplayer maps in the game, including the new ones added with this new patch. The enemies are nothing to be laughed at either. Of course you have your standard grunts armed with different weapons, as well as some armoured troops. But the highlights are the bosses that appear in the form of warlords. These tough foes normally have unique mechanics, almost akin to dungeons or raid bosses. These warlords also have a chance of dropping an upgraded weapon for future survival matches, so I can imagine farming these bosses being a thing. During matches you will have access to the armory. Here you can purchase weapons, gear, mystics, heavy weapons and more, with the money that you earn during matches. Money is earned from getting kills and medals, very similar to the standard multiplayer competitive mode. If you do not have enough money to use the armory, you can always pick up weapons from fallen enemies. This can sometimes be the cheaper option, especially when it comes to heavy weaponry. Players will also be faced with the occasional different objective from wave to wave. These can include things like siege or treasure hunt. This helps spice up the rounds a little and gives players something more than just kill X amount of foes. Also, if players want to achieve the best rank on a level, which is rated 0 stars to 3 stars, then they will have to be quick and efficient when taking on the AI. Teamwork is going to be key to surviving these co-op matches. While the easier difficulties and early rounds can be easy, the later ones and harder difficulties are nothing to be laughed at. It is refreshing to see co-op back in Uncharted 4. It's a shame that it wasn't here from the start, in all honesty. Anyway, moving on to quickly cover what came with patch 1.18. Firstly, they have added to the competitive multiplayer a King of the Hill mode that you can test out in the beta test playlist. This is your standard King of the Hill affair, taking and holding a position from your opponents. The main difference being that when you have control of the hill, your team will not be able to respawn. Not a bad addition, and it's going to be interesting to see how much attention this mode gets over the other competitive multiplayer modes. Next, they've added 2 new maps to the multiplayer. These are the Prison, which is inspired by the Prison chapter of the single player, and Trainwreck, which is taken directly from Uncharted 2's multiplayer. Really pleased to see this small Trainwreck map once more. Naughty Dog have also added 5 flashback weapons. These include the M4 assault rifle, Pac 80 light machine gun, Micro 9mm, Para 9 and Desert 5 pistols. The Desert 5 is also classed as a heavy weapon, as it used to be a power-up weapon in previous games. They have also finally added classic music from both Uncharted 2 and 3 to the in-game and menus of Uncharted 4. As usual with every big major patch and DLC, they have added a ton of new vanity items, character skins and taunts. They have also added new colour options, 25 in total, for every skin outfit in the game. So at last I can get my hands on a blue Desert Drake outfit, which was my favourite in Uncharted 3. For those trophy hunters out there, Naughty Dog have also added 12 new co-op trophies to the game. Most of these are relatively simple, but there is the inclusion of one very tough one. There are new survival challenges, and you can set your challenge preference too, so you can have it either for just competitive multiplayer, just survival, or a mix of both. One huge change that came with patch 1.18 though is the change to Uncharted 4's economy, dubbed Economy 2.0. This changes up a lot of prices found in the Uncharted store. For example, Vanity DLC chests have been reduced from 2,000 relics to just 300. Premium Vanity DLC chests have been reduced from 3,000 to just 1,500 relics, and Gameplay DLC chests have been reduced from 3,000 to 2,500 relics. So it's great to see that the price of a lot of chests have been reduced. On top of that, all Uncharted point prices have been reduced to what they were during the summer sales, so that is between 25 and 40% off. Naughty Dog have also introduced the VIP bonus. This is an award found in the bottom right of your screen next to your relic points, and is awarded to anyone who has purchased or is purchasing any Uncharted point packs. The VIP status permanently gives you a 20% bonus on all relics earned from challenges within Uncharted 4. Any Uncharted point packs over 300 Uncharted points also now come with a one-use relic booster that gives players a 300% increase to the relics earned during a multiplayer match. This boost is also shared with everyone else within that match. It can even stack with other players using the booster, a good way of getting lots of relics. You can also now purchase chests with Uncharted points if you've got some to spare. Lastly, all multiplayer matches now award 15 relic points regardless of if the match was won or lost. The changes to the economy are welcome in all honesty. The reduced prices, VIP bonus, new colours and outfits, it's all good to see these in the game. Patch 1.18 as a whole is refreshing as it has drawn me back to Uncharted 4 and I find myself playing it a lot more than I used to. Survival mode has been a big part of this. Being able to take on Uncharted 4's tough AI with friends brings me joy, and I'm glad it's finally here. There were a few bug fixes that also came with patch 1.18, but these were very minor. If you're at all interested and want to check them out, then I'll leave a link down in the description below where you can check out Naughty Dog's blog and check out all the patch notes for yourself. Anyway, I hope this video has helped, and until next time, I've been Darcblade, bringing you an information video regarding Uncharted 4's survival mode and patch 1.18. Hope you enjoyed the video, thanks for watching, subscribe and like for more.